As I mentioned in my Twitter chapter previously, whenever I sign up for a new account on a service, I always like to take at least a passing glance at the rules of that service, because they can bite you in the end if you happen to have inadvertently broken the rules. They'll say, don't you remember when you created the account, you said that you agreed to the terms of service? So whether or not you've created your Facebook account, you can always see what the terms of service are. And it is important to look at them for Facebook because they are quite a bit more severe than they are for Twitter. So go down to the footer and find terms. This is the terms of service, and they are often updated, so check the date. The main gist of Facebook rules is you are given them permission to share the things that you have posted when you leave the privacy setting at everyone. In my previous video, I talked about how to change that privacy setting. That's what all this is all about. That if you don't want them to share all of your information with anyone, then you have to change your privacy settings. It's also, they want to make sure that you own the copyright to everything that you post and so on. You agree not to send unauthorized commercial communications, such as spam on Facebook. You cannot collect other people's information using any kind of third-party programs. You can't do any kind of pyramid schemes. You can't bully, intimidate, or harass any user, and so on. If you do any kind of promotions on Facebook, and we'll be talking about this more when I talk about using Facebook for business with business pages, they've come down pretty hard on if you have some sort of contest, and so you have to get permission from them to run special promotions. So you have to be careful with that. Under registration and account security, it says that you cannot provide any false personal information on Facebook or create an account for anyone else, and you cannot create more than one personal profile. So I know a lot of people ask me, can I create a Facebook personal profile for me, for my friends, and another Facebook personal profile for my business? No, you cannot. You can on Twitter, you can't on Facebook. Physically, you can. You can go ahead and fake it if you want, but they definitely check this out. What they're trying to do is to protect all the users on Facebook from spammers, because it is such a captive crowd of 500 million people. You can imagine there's a lot of nefarious businesses who would like to pretend that they are a regular person on Facebook, but actually try to promote businesses or do multi-level marketing schemes or do all kinds of spammy things. And that is because they can't decide whether or not a business is legitimate all the time, is why Facebook created Facebook pages in the first place. If you really want to push your business, you're supposed to create a Facebook page for that. And in fact, even if Facebook pages have their own terms of service that we'll be talking about later on. In my experience, most people who have a job or who have a business, they talk about job and work-related stuff in their personal account as well. The main thing is that you can't have a business account pretend to be a personal account, is what this is talking about. The rest of the terms of service apply to a little bit more deeper, like advertisers and developers and so on. But I guess the main thing I want you to get out of this is that, first of all, you need to set your privacy settings, because otherwise you're allowing Facebook to share whatever you post with everybody. And you have to be careful that you only create one personal account and that you are the person who is managing that account. If you want to promote your business heavily, you really need to create a Facebook page. If Facebook determines that you have violated this terms of service, they say they'll give you a warning, but in many cases, suddenly you're just unable to log on to your account, and there really is no redress. It's really difficult to get Facebook to reply to you. So just be very careful about how you use your Facebook personal account.